to do just what he said he would do. He's gonna fulfill every promise to you. Don't give up on God, 'cause he won't give up on you. Hey! Come on! Hey! Oh! Hey! you. Hang in there. Come on, Jesus is gonna build a fence all around. Put your hands together. Come on. Come on, Land of Farmers. Yeah. I need for you while you're at home in your living room, walking down the hallway. If you're outside walking this morning, walking the dog, I just need you to do a swag for me as you walk with them. While you're in your house, while you're on the porch, I need for you to swag for me. Come on, if we won't, come on. We're gonna do this all the way to here. Listen. Jesus, Jesus, He is his all around me. I'm asking you to go, Jesus. I want you to protect me as I travel along the way. I know He will, yes, Lord. I know He can, yes, Lord. Fight my battles if I keep still. Hey, Lord, be a fence all around me every day. Jesus, be a fence all around me. I'm asking you to protect me as I travel. I know He will. I know He can. Fight my battles if I keep still. Hey, Lord, be a fence every day. Come on, Ainsley. Come on, Ainsley. Say, girl. This is my prayer. Say, girl. And I pray each and every day. Clap those hands in the front. That you will guide my footsteps and my soul on this day. Lord, I need you to direct me. All along the way. All along the fence around me. Every day. Come on, help me say, Jesus, be a fence all around me. I'm asking you to protect me as I travel. I know He can. I know He will. Fight my battle if I keep still. Hey, Lord. Come on, Ainsley. Come on, Ainsley. Talk to her. Sometimes the way gets so rough. Yes, it does. And the nights are so long. Yeah. But in my hour of weakness, there's a little bit trying to steal my soul. But when it comes like a flood to Savior, my God will step in, stand in the way. All along your fence around me. Every day. Oh, Jesus, be a fence all around me. I'm asking you to protect me as I travel along the way. I know He can. I know He will. Fight my battles if I keep still. Lord, be a fence all around me. Jesus, be a fence. Jesus, be a fence. Jesus, be a fence, y'all. Be a fence, y'all. As I travel along through my life, I need you to be a fence around me. In my home, hey, on my job, I need you to protect me. I need you to protect me. Be a fence, y'all. Oh, protection, 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 protection. Hold on, though. 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 Be a fence, Jesus. Be a fence. Be. I need to be a fence, Jesus. Oh, protect, protection, protection, protect. Hold on, though. Hold on, though. Hold on, though. every day. Fence around my family, fence on my job. While I'm traveling along, driving in my car, walking along through the house, through life. I need His protection in this daytime. I need His protection right now. I need His protection to keep me. I need His protection to hold me. I need His protection to bounce back the enemy. I need His protection to stop the enemy. My worship is for real. You don't know my story or the things that I've been through. You can't feel my pain, what I had to go through to get here. You never understand my praise. Don't try to figure it out, because my worship is for real. Because my worship is for real. Come on, praise it. You don't know my story, all the things that I've been through. You can't feel my pain. You can't feel my pain. But I had to go. What I had to go through to get here. You never understand my praise. You never understand my praise. Don't try to figure it out. Because my worship is for real. Because my worship is for real. Come on, sopranos. I've been through too much now to worship Him. I've been through too much now to worship Him. Ooh, I've been through too much. You don't know like I know, yes, to worship Him. Listen. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. My worship is for real. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. My worship is for real. My worship is for real. Say, Lord, I love you. Lord, I love you. Lord, I love you. Lord, I love you. My worship is for real. My worship is for real. Say, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. Thank you, Jesus. My worship is for real. My worship Say, hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. My worship is, my worship is for real. Say, hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. My worship is, my worship. Say, hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. My worship is for real. My worship is for real. Say, hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. My worship is for real. My worship is for real. Say, Lord, I love you. Lord, I love you. Lord, I love you. My worship is for real. Say, Lord, I love you. Lord, I love you. My worship is for real. Say, yeah, 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 yeah. Say, yeah, yeah.
Worship is for real. Yes. Yes to your will, God. Yes to your way. Can you say that with us this morning? Doesn't matter what you're going through. You can say yes to God. Doesn't matter how you feel. You can say yes to God. Doesn't matter what may be going in your life. You can say yes to God. Thank you. Hallelujah. Right in your home. Right in your car. Right where you are. Why don't you tell them today? What a beautiful day. What a glorious day. For us to say yes. The devil is a liar. We're better.
Yes, I will obey.
Yes. Yes to God's will in your life today. Greetings, beloved. We are grateful to God to be able to come and worship with you today in our virtual church. Hallelujah. You're not here with us. We're not here. We're grateful to God for being able to allow us this moment and this blessing. Our praise team has blessed us. You see their t-shirts on. They put one on me. We're grateful because it's not so much what's on the t-shirt as it is who is wearing the t-shirt. Thank you, God, for the privilege of being able to express ourselves in a wonderful, glorious, happy way. I'm thankful as your pastor to be able to share with you today as we continue to worship God all during the week and even on this day. This is the day that the Lord has made, and I know you're glad about it. Your whole household ought to be glad about it. I am thankful and privileged of God to be able to address you. Wow, as Marvin Gaye declared some years ago, what is going on? What is going on? You know what he said. Mother, mother, there are too many of us crying. Brother, brother, there's far too many of us dying. You know we got to find a way, another way to bring living here today. He said, you see, war is not the answer, for only love can conquer hate. You know we got to find another way to bring some loving today what's going on in our world, in our lives today. I'm so overwhelmed at the hand of God because so much is going on. I'm grateful, thankful for the movement that we are involved in. It's a righteous revolt, a righteous revolution in which our young people, this generation we're living in, the millenniums and so forth, they are determined. And I'm convinced, I'm thankful today that I am also determined. Can I ask you a question? Are you determined? Are you determined to change? Are you determined to become better? And that's what determination is to do something and to head somewhere and to attempt to accomplish something, and nothing will stand in your way. There's no uncertainty. And as we see in these marches and all around this world, all around our country, the entire world, we see a generation of different ethnic groups, different cultures, different religions who are determined not to allow this time, this moment to invade what's in front of us. We are determined that change is here. That change is here. Not change will come, but change is here. Whenever there's a person, whenever there's a people, whenever there is a community that's determined to change and make things better, beloved, there's no power on earth that can turn them around. Our ancestors had it right. I ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. And this generation in which we're living in right here in Fredericksburg, Stafford, King George, Richmond, the bedroom community of Washington, D.C., we have been determined that we're not gonna allow nothing to escape the reality of what we're dealing with. That the hand of racism and brutality and cultural disownment and shame will no longer be the order of the day, because not only are we marching with signs and words across our chest, it not only speaks of the word, but it speaks of the temperature of our nation, of an individual, that I stand today determined to change things, determined to change things. Listen, whenever you have come to the place in your life where you are tired of being tired, and you've heard it before, sick of being sick, the only recourse is for you to do something different. Because if you do what you've always done, all you're going to get are the same results. And so in an effort to create us this God opportunity, God has given us the opportunity to be creative avenues for change. That's why that question is so personal. Are you determined to change? In our Bible, you read it at your quiet time. The prophet, the servant Jacob had came to the place where he had to make up in his mind that the life that he was living was less than what God had ordained. I love it because it's in the first book of the Bible. It talks about Jacob as he lived his life in such a challenging way. That's a good church word. His life started off as he had to deal with the reality of who he thought he was. He was a twin, Jacob, Esau, brothers. As they come out their mother's womb, Esau comes first, and Jacob has him by the heel. And as they grow up, Esau is a strong outdoorsman, a hunter. He's a killer. He has his father's instinct. But a little old Jacob just loved being at home. He didn't like outdoors. And the Bible during that time, historically, the elder son got the inheritance of the father. But Jacob couldn't understand why his father treated his brother so differently than he treated him. Caused conflict in their relationship within himself. Jacob had some self-identity issues. You know, when we try to change ourselves and change circumstances, the first thing we have to look at is our own self-identity. How do you see yourself? Jacob saw himself in the shadow of his brother as somebody being less than. And I'm here to let us know that if we're going to change our destiny and become the people, the black people, the nation that we must become, we're going to have to deal with the identity crisis that we have of ourselves. We got to look in the mirror and be able to have the perception that God has of us. I am created in the very image of God. Black baby, black boy, you are created as God's masterpiece. Don't allow brothers from other persuasions or other colors to delineate your character, to delineate your identity. No, you were born out of the creative power of God. And when he created you, he said it was very good. Look at somebody in your household and say, you are very good. You are created very good. And because of that, Jacob had this identity issue. There's so many young men out here today that got this identity crisis. Absence of a father. The father was there. The father didn't have the resources nor the knowledge or the understanding to impart character and integrity. So as a black young boy, as a black young man, and you're older now, you really never had that fatherly love, that strength that creates opportunity for you to cry and celebrate at the same time. Well, beloved, it's time for you to be determined to change your perception of yourself. Whether your daddy was there or not there doesn't define who God has declared you to be. Whether your father is dead, whether your father is in heaven, whether your father is strung out on drugs, don't allow that lot to be yours, but determine to change your perspective. Look what happens. Whenever you have identity issues, you're going to have issues with your own brothers and sisters, with your own family. Jacob had this identity issue. He wanted to be Esau. He wanted to have what Esau had. He wanted that birthright, wanted to be first. Listen, black community, we're marching for change. And we have to determine that we will no longer do what we think we need to do to step in front of another brother. No, it's time for us to appreciate our own individuality and the individuality of somebody else. We have been too long in a position where we have criticized one another. We have held one another down. We have did what Jacob did. He sought to take his brother out of the picture. I know we're dealing with so much brutality, but the reality of the matter is not only did that police officer put his knee on George Floyd's neck until he killed him and destroyed him. But the reality of the fact is we have been destroying one another as well. And if we're going to march for that, we need to march as well to say we're no longer going to take one another's lives. We're no longer going to value your life over a piece of crack or over some drugs or over an argument or over some relational thing. We're going to value one another's life and hold up another black brother, hold up another black sister. I'm not going to throw shade your way on Facebook. I'm not going to determine that I want what you have and I don't care how you feel about it. I'm going to tear you down so that I can get it. No, we got to learn how to love one another. We got to learn how to appreciate one another. Yeah. It's the issue that we have to be able to be determined to change. And in this plight that we're in all across this world, particularly in this country, people are determined to change the system, to change the circumstances, to change what's happening, to change what's going on. But in effort, we must change ourselves and help our brothers and sisters to change. Listen, Jacob had to go away because he stole what wasn't his, that belonged to his brother. Years have gone on, and now God tells him to go back home. But you know what? His brother Esau got it out for him. I'm going to kill him. And Jacob got his family headed, marching back to Canaan, marching back to his family. And in that march, he don't know what's going to happen ahead. But he's determined to get to the place so that God would bless him. I'm here to let you know that all of us are in this thing together. And as he's marching, he gets to the river, and he sends his family and his animals and his sons, his daughters over across the river. And that evening he stayed on this side of the river by himself. And in the late night hour, the word of God said that a man came and wrestled with him all night long, struggled with him all night long. And I'm here to let you know that's what we're dealing with now. We're dealing with a struggle. We're dealing with a wrestle. We're in a fight, America. We're in a fight, Black America. And we're fighting so that we might be able to face our tomorrows in a better way. I'm here to let you know that Jacob wrestled all night long. All night long. He was fighting this man, this image. Somebody said it was an angel. Somebody said it was God himself. But he wrestled and struggled all night long. Listen, beloved. I don't know, this is the second week of our protests and our ride. We can't stop. We can't give up. We can't just go away. No, we have to continue this fight. I know the Bible said we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers and rulers of darkness and spiritual wickedness in high places. Y'all saw it hold up the Bible the other day, standing in front of that church. That's just spiritual wickedness in high places. But the Bible said that he'll bring down every high place. God is serving notice on our country today, on our leadership today, as we stand and fight, that we're determined that change is here. We're determined that we're not going to give up. We're going to fight if it's all night, if it's 2 more weeks. We're going to fight because we're tired of being less than who we are. We're going to fight for freedom. We're going to fight for equality. We're going to fight for justice. We're going to fight for prosperity. We're going to fight for our families. We're going to fight and protest for our peace. We're going to fight for our next generation. Somebody out there hollering here, I'm going to fight a long time. direction. Don't you give up. Keep on marching. Keep on stepping. Keep on holding up your sign. Keep on wearing your t-shirts. Keep on declaring, I can't breathe until you get off my neck. I can't breathe until you bring wealth into our community. I can't breathe until you bring opportunity to the table. Hallelujah. Jacob said, I'm not going to let Esau, I'm not going to let nobody determine and define the narrative for my life. I'm going to fight for it. And we as Black America, White America, Asian, Latino America, we can't let the powers be write our narrative. We got to write it ourselves. We got to be determined to change the narrative, determined to be different, determined that we're going to march, we're going to protest, we're going to picket, we're going to do whatever it takes so that this narrative will be changed in legislation, in the voting booths. That's right. You need to get that t-shirt on and walk through that voting booth, go to the registered place and register your name. Yeah, you got a t-shirt on, I can't breathe, Black Lives Matter, but are you registered to vote? Are you registered to change the political climate? Are you registered to stand up for what your grandparents died for? The right to cast a vote? Yeah. We fight as not as the world carnally, but we fight spiritually. So what that means, Christians, rise up and allow your integrity as a Christian to be seen by the nation and by the world. I don't care if you're conservative, I don't care if you're fundamentalist, I don't care if you're evangelical, I don't care if you're Baptist or Methodist or holiness or Church of God in Christ. Stand up and say, yeah, I'm a Christian, but I'm a man. I'm a Christian, but I'm a woman. I'm a Christian. Fought all night long. You know, because when you determine to change, you're going to change people around you. If you got people in your life and they haven't challenged you, or you haven't challenged them, and y'all both still the same, get some new associates. Yeah, check out of that, you know, check out of that room. That's old, No, as we grow, as we become more of what God created us to be, that our determination not only change us, but change those around us. Change everybody around us. Change everybody around us so that we'll be able to experience the blessings and promises of God. All night, I'm done. He wrestles with this angel, this man, or whoever we want to tag him as. And about the break of day, y'all hear this? About the break of day, the angel said, you got to let me come. Because the angel saw that he couldn't get the best of Jacob. You know what people thinking? That we gonna get tired, that we gonna give up, that it's gonna get too hot, that the weather's gonna keep us away. But I'm here to let you know that the generation we're living in now, it's not gonna get tired. They're getting up in the rain, they're marching in the heat, they're marching through storms, they're marching determined that you're not gonna get the best. So he saw he couldn't get the best of it. He said that somehow the angel hit Jacob in the hip. They say threw his hip out. So some writer said it kind of broke his hip bone. But Jacob kept on fighting. I'm going to say this and I'm done. I know I said it once before. That in struggle, in determination for change and to become what God created us to be as a nation, There's going to be some hurt. There's going to be some pain. There's going to be some loss. And George Floyd, father's wife, had it right. Maybe God is using the death of George Floyd to bring back love to the universe. I know they want to write about his past and how checkered it was, and he did prison time. But when you're ready to get to that next level, it's not about your past. You can't judge a person on their past when God got them wrestling about their present. When God got you in a place where he's trying to bring you out, up and above, don't ever let nobody bring up what's behind you. Apostle Paul had it right. I don't look at what's behind me. I press forward to what's ahead of me. Because the fact of the matter is all of us got a checkered past. All of us got some stuff that we don't want nobody to know about. All of us got some issues we've been dealing with. But God doesn't bless us based on our past. He blesses us based on our conviction of where we are. Through his hip hop. And Jacob is still wrestling. The man said, look, I done wrestled you all night. I done struggled with you all night. We've been conversing, we've been marching, some been looting, some been busting windows, setting cars on fire. You know, I don't understand all of that, but I kind of have a sense of better understanding. When I hear somebody describe it, I want to say almost ghetto profound. Said black folk been living like a Monopoly game. We've been playing Monopoly with America, and they just let us at the table, and they didn't give us no money to buy no property. We come with no money. We behind 400 and some years, and then when they give us $10, $15, they take a whole lot of that back from us. We can't buy no property. We can't own nothing because they got liens on it. We can't get it because they pass laws that you gotta have this many acres to do this. You gotta have this zoning right to do that. They got us in a game that we can't win. It's time for us to turn over the Monopoly table. It's time for us to rip the pieces off and say, I'm not gonna play this game any longer. I'm not gonna play this game any longer. Hallelujah. Touch somebody in your house and say, don't you let go. Keep on fighting. Hallelujah. gotten stronger. But as he walked, he had a little limp. He had a little limp. You know what that limp was? It was his testimony that yes, I've been in the struggle, but God brought me out. Hallelujah. I know I got 3 people in the house that can say God has brought me out of a whole lot. I bear the marks. I'd rather have a limp and be free. I'd rather have a limp than to be held back. I'd rather be broken than to be burdened. Jacob walking away. He said, hold on, Jacob, because you are determined to change. He said, I'm going to change your name from Jacob to the nation of Israel. Y'all better hear this. What's going on right now? People marching in the street. It's not just for you and I. It's to change the whole nation. God's about to change this nation. One nation under God. Liberty and justice for all, that we might become what God determines us to be. Stay determined, my brother. Stay determined, my sister. Allow God to bless us. Oh yes. Bless us in a way which God yes to God. Listen, beloved, we are challenged today to stay in this fight, to continue to move forward. You are here with us. The land of promise, it's giving time. We want to give together. We want to celebrate giving together. I am so thankful to God for those of you who send your tithes via all the ways in which we can do it. PayPal, Giveify, the Cash App. We had such a wonderful response, and we need it. These are crucial times, and we're still being a relevant church. Maybe you haven't given. Maybe you're waiting for us to come back in the sanctuary. No, beloved, don't wait. God will honor your gift as you share it, even in the absence of being in this sanctuary. We're going to give together as our praise team help us to do it. Pick up that phone, go to your iPad.
Come on and bless the Lord and me. Bless the Lord and me. Come on and bless the Lord and me. Bless the Lord and me. Oh, hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hey, hallelujah. Oh, it is the highest praise. Hallelujah. Come on and clap your hands with me. Clap your hands with me. Come on and clap your hands with me. Clap your hands with me. Come on and clap your hands with me.
We challenge you.
Clap your hands with me.
We want to give so God will help us.
Hands with me.
We want to give so God will bless us.
Hands with me. Hey, hallelujah. Hey, hallelujah. Oh, what is the highest praise?
Thank you so much for sharing your gifts with us. We are extremely grateful to God. I want to give a shout out to our teams. We thank God for you joining Zoom team time. Continue to do that so that we can stay connected. I'm going to meet you on Zoom this week, teams. Get ready because we're going to have a wonderful sharing. We thank God for the commitment of this ministry. Check your email, check your Facebook. We have a written release statement from the pastor as it relates to what's going on now. Because the land of promise, we are determined that change is here. And we want to be in the forefront of all of that. Hello, seniors. Enjoyed sharing lunch with you on last week. It was so delightful, so grateful to meet and greet you all. Our seniors came out looking good. They driving fancy cars, got their hair laid back, and they mask on. Stay connected with us as we continue to connect with you. I love you, and I'm proud to be your pastor. Have a glorious and wonderful day.